Hey everyone, it's Boog Shambi. Welcome to the show.
The beginning of the work week, and welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL East, the Rangers put up 16 hits on the day as they took down the Nationals in Washington 14-5. Heading into the day, the Nationals are in last place in the NL East, while the Rangers sit in second place in the American League West. The Braves picked up 14 hits in total as they took down the Rays in St. Petersburg 8-4. In the standings, the Rays sit in third place in the American League East Division, while the Braves are in third place in the NL East. Jesus Estrada pitched well, earning his 9th win of the season, helping the Marlins take care of the Phillies 3-0. He is currently in the top 5 in the NL in wins. As of right now, the Marlins sit in first place in the National League East Division, and the Phillies are second in the division. The San Diego Padres brought out the rooms in a 3-game sweep as they got the best of the visiting Mets 5-2. At the start of the day, the Padres are leading the National League West, and the Mets sit in third place in the National League East Division. Happy Friday, baseball fans. Welcome to Inside the Show. Starting off in the National League East, the San Diego Padres put up 16 hits on the day as they got the best of the Phillies in Citizens Bank Park. It's Sunday morning. Welcome to Inside the Show. Starting off in the National League East, Luis Garcia plated 4 total with 3 home runs, helping lead Washington past the Redbirds 6-1. He extended his hitting streak to a modest 6 straight games. The White Sox first baseman, number 73, launched 2 home runs and added 5 RBIs to his total as the White Sox took care of Atlanta 15-4. His modest hitting streak was also extended to 5 straight games. The Dodgers center fielder, number 5, had an outstanding day, driving in 5 on 3 hits, helping the Dodgers grab the win over the Mets 9-3. He is currently among the National League slugging percentage leaders. The Philadelphia Phillies put together Hello there, baseball fans. Let's recap what went down around the league on Monday. Starting off in the National League East, the Nationals starting pitcher, number 10, won his 4th game thus far as the Nationals downed the Cubs 2-1. The Cardinals combined for 10 hits as a team as they beat the visiting Marlins 5-2. The San Francisco Giants totaled 13 hits as a team as they ran over the Reds 10-2. The Pirates grabbed 13 hits in the game as they took down the visiting Guardians 5-4. The Dodgers starting pitcher, number 71, picked up win number 8 this year as the Dodgers disposed of the Orioles 6-4. Brennan Davis had 3 hits in the contest, leading the Royals to the win over the Tigers 5-1. He is currently among the doubles leaders in the American League. The New York Yankees amassed 14 hits in the game as they pulled off the win against the Angels in Orange County 6-5. The win was their 5th straight as a team. The A's smacked 15 team hits as they beat the visiting Red Sox 11-3. The Mariners knocked out 10 hits as a team as they stole a victory in extra innings over the Twins 4-3. Taj Bradley earned the victory, which was his 10th on the year, as the Rangers downed the Rays 2-1. He is among the AL leaders in wins. Thanks for joining me. That's all for today. Same place, same time tomorrow. Enjoy the games. Welcome to our Wednesday edition of Inside the Show. Let's jump right into Tuesday's action. Looking first at the NL East, the Chicago Cubs knocked out 12 hits as a team as they pulled away from the Nationals 13-1. In other Nationals news, starting pitcher Henry Merced could potentially get traded in the near future as he's currently being shopped around to other teams. It's thought a possible fit could be the Rangers. The Arizona Diamondbacks pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they beat the Braves in Atlanta 6-0. The White Sox TGIF, and welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL East, the Atlanta Braves allowed only 5 hits in the game as they took down the visiting Diamondbacks 2-1. Lorenzo Molina got his second W of the season as the Mets took down the White Sox 3-1. The Brewers finished off a 3-game sweep as they got the best of the Phillies in Citizens Bank Park 5-3. They now have 5 straight wins. The Cubs put together 10 total hits as they got the best of the visiting Redbirds 7-3. The Reds combined for a 4-hitter as they defeated the visiting Giants 5-3. The Baltimore Orioles had 12 hits as a team as they took down the Rays in St. Petersburg 6-1. The Padres earned the 3-game series sweep as they beat the Blue Jays in Toronto 8-4. The Kansas City Royals combined to allow only 4 hits as they defeated the visiting Tigers 3-1. The Oakland Athletics totaled 11 hits as they got the home victory against the Astros 4-3. The Twins launched 3 home runs as they nabbed the win against the Seattle Mariners 8-3. And that's the show. Thanks for listening in. I'll be back tomorrow with more news and updates from around the majors. Happy Saturday morning to you. Here's the news and results from Friday. Starting off in the National League East, the Giants combined to give up just 5 hits as they took down the Nationals in Washington 5-2. Chris Bubich earned his 6th win out of the pen, leading Cleveland over. Great Sunday action lies ahead, but first, here's what happened in the major leagues on Saturday. Looking first at the NL East, C.J. Abrams drove in an impressive 5 with 2 home runs, helping lead the Nationals to victory against the Giants 8-7. He is among the National League leaders in home runs. The Guardians got 11 hits overall as they took the win in extra innings over the Phillies 5-4. The Colorado Rockies got 18 hits as they took down the Fish in Miami 12-7. The Mets got 12 hits in this one as they got the win, crushing the Red Sox 12-2. Vince Quinones collected his 8th win overall as the Brewers took down Atlanta 5-1. Rafael Marchand had a home run and 3 RBIs as the Cubs took down the rival Cards 8-4. Patrick Bailey had 3 hits and drove in 3 as the Reds were winners over the Diamondbacks 4-3. It was their 5th straight victory. The Royals picked up, 19 hits in this one as they took down the Yankees in the Bronx 10-8. The Orioles racked up 11 hits as a team as they took down the Rays in St. Petersburg 4-1. The win was their 5th straight as a team. Ahmad Pearson grabbed win number 6 on the year as San Diego beat the Tigers 2-1. They now have 5 straight wins. Pedro Leon was a clutch performer at the dish with 4 RBIs, helping lead the Twins to the win over the White Sox 6-4. The Buccos totaled 13 hits as a team as they got the victory in extras against the Angels 4-2. The A's went deep 4 times as they got the home victory against the Astros 5-4. The Toronto Blue Jays combined for 10 hits as a team as they bested the Mariners 5-1. The Dodgers knocked out 12 hits as a team as they grabbed the win over the Rangers in Arlington 5-1. And that's what's going on around baseball heading into today's action. Join us again tomorrow for more updates from around Major League Baseball. Welcome, everyone. Let's jump right in and revisit the news and events from Monday. Looking first at the NL East, the Rockies picked up 14 hits in total as they stole a victory in extra innings over the Nationals 7-6. Ben Valdez earned the third W of his season as the Phillies downed the Orioles 2-1. The trade deadline looms large. Welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL East, Herschel McAtee was victorious for the fifth time this season, helping the Rockies beat the Nationals 3-1. The New York Mets completed a short two-game sweep as they took down the Yankees. The trade deadline is fast approaching. We'll tell you what your team did on Inside the Show. Starting off in the National League East, the Washington Nationals put up 16 hits on the day as they took care of the Mets at Citi Field 4-3. In other news from Washington, D.C., shortstop C.J. Abrams is listed as day-to-day but is not expected to see any time on the IL. He's working through a finger strain. Jack Flaherty collected win number 3 this year as the Cubs took down the rival Cards 4-2. Jake McDaniel earned win number 7 this season as the Tigers disposed of the Angels 4-2. His ERA is currently in the top 5 in the American League. The Chi Sox got 12 hits in this one as they took down the visiting Guardians. The trade deadline looms large. Welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL East, Jose Amaros was a force at the plate, driving in 3 runs, leading the Mets past the Nationals 7-6. His modest hitting streak now stands at 9 straight games. The Braves knocked out 10 hits as a Well, this is it, the final day of the season for teams to make trades. There could be a flurry of action as the day goes on, but before we get there, here's a recap of what went down yesterday. Starting off in the National League East, Grant Levine had a great day, driving in 5 on 3 hits, leading Washington to a win against the Mets, 15-11. He is among the NL leaders in total base hits. The Milwaukee Brewers combined for 4 total home runs as they beat the Braves in Atlanta 5-2. The Detroit Tigers went deep 4 times as they manhandled the Marlins 10-0. Trevor Rogers took the loss in this one despite racking up 12 punch-outs in the effort. Bernardo Rivera got the W and now has 5 this year as the Fightin' Phils took care of the Pirates 5-4. The Chicago Cubs held the opposition at bay with only 4 hits as they beat the Cardinals on the road 3-1. The Diamondbacks combined for a 4-hitter as they took down the visiting Mariners 3-2. The Colorado Rockies put together 10 total hits as they grabbed the win against the visiting Athletics 3-1. The Reds totaled 11 hits as they pushed past the Dodgers at Chavez Ravine 5-2. The Padres starting pitcher, number 27, grabbed win number 9 this year as the Padres took care of the Rangers 2-1. The Boston Red Sox sent 3 balls into the seats as they got the win over the Giants in San Francisco 10-2. Ian Happ drove home 3 runs, leading the Halos to the win over the Blue Jays 4-2. The Baltimore Orioles hit 3 long balls as they defeated the visiting Yankees 7-3. The Cleveland Guardians combined to allow only 4 hits as they beat the White Sox on the South Side 4-1. The Minnesota Twins launched 3 home runs as they beat the Royals in Kauffman Stadium 5-4. The Tampa Bay Rays broke up their 7-game losing skid as they got a win over the Astros in Houston 4-3. And that's the show. The trade deadline is only hours away, so don't forget to check in tomorrow for a full recap of the day's events. The trade deadline has come and gone. Here's a recap of what happened on and off the field yesterday. Looking first at the NL East, the Mets allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they bested the visiting Nats 6-3. Entering the day's action, the Mets are in 3rd place in the NL East, while the Nationals are at the bottom of the division. The Brewers' third baseman, number 31, had a day to remember, amassing an impressive 7 RBIs at the plate as the Brewers took down Atlanta 12-1. He has now hit safely in 7 straight games. In the standings, the Braves sit in 4th place in the National League East Division, and the Brewers sit in 4th place in the National League Central Division. The Tigers grabbed 13 hits in the game as they took down the Fish in Miami 9-4. As of today, the Marlins are in 1st place in the NL East. and the Tigers are in third place in the AL Central. The Pirates relief pitcher, number 98, earned the win, his fourth this season, as the Pirates got the best of the Phillies 6-5. Heading into the day, the Pirates sit in second place in the National League Central, while the Phillies are in second place in the NL East. The Cubs completed the long four-game sweep as they beat the Cardinals on the road 5-2. At the start of the day, the Cardinals are in last place in the NL Central, while the Cubs are atop the division. The Diamondbacks starting pitcher, number 76, pitched well, earning his ninth win of the season, leading the Diamondbacks by the Mariners 4-1. As of today, he is in the top 5 in the National League in strikeouts. Entering the day's action, the Diamondbacks are in second place in the NL West, and the Mariners are in fourth place in the AL West. George Mills got the win, putting him at double digits this season with 10, as the Athletics claimed the victory over the Rockies 6-2. He is currently in the top 5 in the AL in shutouts. In the standings, the Rockies sit in last place in the National League West Division, and the Athletics are leading the AL West. The Los Angeles Dodgers snapped their 5-game losing streak as they grabbed the win against the visiting Reds 5-4. As of right now, the Dodgers sit in second place in the National League West Division, while the Reds are in third place in the NL Central. The Texas Rangers held the opposition at bay with only 4 hits as they grabbed a victory over the Padres at Petco Park 6-2. At the start of the day, the Padres sit in first place in the National League West Division, and the Rangers are in second place in the AL West. The Red Sox completed a 3-game series sweep as they got the win over the Giants in San Francisco 5-3. Entering the day's action, the Giants are in fourth place in the NL West, while the Red Sox sit in first place in the American League East Division. The Angels brought out the brooms in a 3-game sweep as they blew out the Jays 11-5. As of today, the Blue Jays sit in fourth place in the American League East Division, and the Angels are in third place in the AL West. The Orioles totaled 13 hits as a team as they defeated the visiting Yankees 9-6. As of right now, the Orioles are in last place in the AL East, while the Yankees are atop the division. The Chi Sox swatted 4 home runs in this one as they took down the visiting Guardians 5-4. In the standings, the White Sox are in last place in the AL Central, and the Guardians are fourth in the division. Brian Abreu grabbed his second win of the year, helping the Royals push past the Twins 8-6. At the start of the day, the Royals sit in second place in the AL Central Division, and the Twins are atop the division. The Rays grabbed 13 hits in the game as they got a win over the Astros in Houston 9-5. As of today, the Astros sit in last place in the American League West Division, and the Rays are in third place in the AL East. And that's what's happening around the baseball world heading into today. Join us again tomorrow for the latest from around Major League Baseball. Welcome to our Wednesday edition of Inside the Show. Let's jump right into Tuesday's action. Looking first at the NL East, the Brewers sent 3 balls into the seats as they took down the Nationals in Washington 4-1. The New York Mets knocked out 12 hits as a team as they beat the Royals in Kauffman Stadium 7-5. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim pounded out 17 hits in this one as they beat the Braves in Atlanta 7-5. The Phillies amassed 14 hits in the game as they manhandled the Marlins 12-5. Frank Graham collected a total of 4 hits in the game, helping the Reds down the Cubs 5-4. The Detroit Tigers combined for 4 total home runs as they got the win after some free baseball against the Pirates 6-4. It was their 5th straight victory. The Twins hit 3 long balls as they beat the Cardinals on the road 8-4. The San Diego Padres totaled 13 hits as a team as they took care of the Rocks in Colorado 12-4. Corbin Carroll sent 2 into the seats while driving in 6 as the Athletics downed the Dodgers 13-7. He currently leads the American League in batting average. The Arizona Diamondbacks got 11 hits overall as they dismantled the Giants 6-0. The Toronto Blue Jays put up 16 hits on the day as they took down the visiting Orioles 7-6. The Tampa Bay Rays racked up 11 hits as a team as they took down the Yankees in the Bronx 4-0. Sid Bourbon collected win number 2 on the year, leading the Astros past the Guardians 4-3. Julio Rodriguez grabbed 3 runs driven in, leading the Mariners over the Red Sox 5-4. He is currently in the top 5 in the American League in slugging percentage. Bobby Witt Jr. plated 5 on the day with 2 big flies, leading Texas to a win over the White Sox 8-0. His modest hitting streak was also extended to 5 straight games. That's all for today's show. See you back here tomorrow. Have a great day. Hi, I'm Justin Allegri. TGIF, and welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL East, Johan Rojas Great Sunday action lies ahead, but first, here's what happened in the major leagues on Saturday. Hello there, baseball fans. Let's recap what went down around the league on Monday. Looking first at the NL East, the Yankees pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they beat the Braves in Atlanta 3-0. Kevin Alcantara had an outstanding 5 hits. Happy Friday, baseball fans. Welcome to Inside the Show. Starting off in the National League East, the Boston Red Sox It's Welcome, everyone. Let's jump right in and revisit the news and events from Monday. Starting off in the National League East, the Mets sent 3 balls into the seats as they pulverized the Braves 7-0. It was their 7th win in a row. The Philadelphia Phillies picked up 14 hits in total as they defeated the visiting Giants 5. TGIF, and welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL East, the Nats picked up, 19 hits in this one as they pummeled the Yankees 21-1. The Pittsburgh Pirates totaled 13 hits as a team as they nabbed the win against the visiting Cubs 12-2. The Diamondbacks center fielder, number 12, smacked a home run and drove in 3. The beginning of the work week, and welcome to Inside the Show. Starting off in the National League East, the month of August is coming to a close, and tomorrow rosters will expand. But first, here's what happened in yesterday's action. Starting off in the National League East, the Nationals grabbed 13 hits in the game as they beat the Blue Jays in Toronto 6-5. The Miami Marlins amassed 14 hits in the game as they beat the visiting Rays 4-. It's the first day of September, the final full month of the regular season, and that, of course, means rosters have been expanded. Major League teams can now carry 28 players, so we'll be seeing some fresh faces making their debuts in today's games. But before that all gets underway, here's what happened in the final day of August. Looking first at the NL East, the Rays totaled 11 hits as they took down the Fish in Miami 5-3. The New York Mets had 12 hits as a team as they stole a win in extra innings over the Rangers 5-4. The Phillies broke up their 5-game losing skid as they walked off in dramatic fashion against the Angels 9-8. The Atlanta Braves combined to give up just 5 hits as they took care of the Rocks in Colorado 7-4. The win was their 5th straight as a team. The Chicago Cubs combined for a 4-hitter as they got the best of the Brewers at home 3-1. The St. Louis Cardinals allowed only 5 hits in the game as they bested the visiting Padres 5-3. The Los Angeles Dodgers got 11 hits overall as they were winners in extras against the Diamondbacks 5-4. The Cincinnati Reds picked up 14 hits in total as they got the win over the Giants in San Francisco 6-5. The Houston Astros earned the 3-game series sweep as they took down the Red Sox on the road 2-1. Jermaine Wellington reached base safely 4 times in this one, leading the Orioles to the victory over the White Sox 5-3. He extended his hitting streak to a modest 6 straight games. The Tigers allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they defeated the visiting Yankees 5-0. The Pirates combined to allow only 4 hits as they beat the Royals in Kauffman Stadium 5-1. The Guardians completed a 3-game series sweep as they defeated the Twins in the Twin Cities 4-3. The Oakland Athletics racked up 11 hits as a team as they grabbed the win against the Seattle Mariners 11-6. And that's the show on this first day of September. It should be a fun day of watching all the newly minted major leaguers making their debuts. And don't forget to listen in tomorrow to see how they did.